History records, this nation was torn apart by the cruelty and savagery of the colonizing nation. All was drained by the invaders, natural resources, energy, property and even the lives of the people of Indonesia. All that's left is long suffering and suffering for this nation. The colonialists implemented policies that were very detrimental to the Indonesian people. Trade monopolies by the VOC, harming the people because the selling price and buying price were determined by the VOC and the people were not allowed to sell to other traders. Dandel's reign, 1808 to 1811, implemented a policy of forced labor to make a 1,000-kilometer-long road from Menir Panarukan to claim thousands of Indonesian people's lives. Raffles, who implemented a land-lease system policy, assumed that all the colony was owned by Great Britain, so the people were only tenants of the land, even though the land belonged to the people themselves. In 1830, Johannes van den Bosch implemented a system of forced cultivation, cultuurstelsel, where the people had to plant the types of plants that the colonizers wanted: tea, coffee, cocoa or sugar cane. The cruelty and savagery of the invaders left the people disappointed and angry. The first resistance was carried out by the mighty Maluku leader, Sultan Babulo 1605, calling on his people to get rid of the Portuguese from Ternate, Maluku. The Portuguese, who had originally thought that the humble people of Maluku were weak people, were shocked to death by their tantrums. They were chased, slaughtered, destroyed by their ships. The rest ran to Timor-Leste. Another resistance was shown by Sultan Husanuddin, king of Goa, South Sulawesi. This figure was greatly feared by the Dutch because of his toughness, so that he got the nickname Rooster from the east. This figure is truly invincible. Every attack launched by the Dutch VOC is always successfully crushed. VOC panic, confused and desperate. His troops are starting to weaken. Finally he used underhanded tactics. The Bone King, Arung Palaka, who had a dispute with the Goa king, Hasanuddin, pitted against sheep so that Sultan Husanuddin was weakened, and was forced to sign the Balong Aya Agreement on November 18, 1667. Subsequent resistance from the great king of Mataram, Sultan Agung. The first attack in 1628 was led by Temenggung Borekso, Surawagalugal, Kiai Dipati Mandurejo, and Upasanta, but failed. The second attack was prepared, this time led by Kiai Adipati Jumana, K.A. Puger, and K.A. Purbaya in 1629, but also failed. The Dutch did not dare to strike back, because the Dutch knew the might of this Mataram king. Another great resistance was shown by the Padri in 1821, led by Tuanku Imam Bonyal, M. Sihab, Tuanku Nansardik, Tuanku Tambusai, and Tuanku Nanalahan. The Dutch were overwhelmed by the Padri, who were assisted by Chinese fighters and the indigenous people who had opposed them. The spirit of their jihad war is really difficult to break and make the Dutch shrink. Finally the Dutch were really pressed. They racked their brains how to win the battle. Then they made a ruse, invited to make peace with the Padri November 15, 1825. On Java, the Netherlands faced the legendary figure, Prince Diponegoro, 1825–1830, who had devastated every attack. Dutch troops were always cut down in every battle, until the number of Dutch army casualties reached 14,000 inhabitants. This character is really scary. The Netherlands felt unable to face this one opponent. Again underhanded tactics, invited to negotiate in March 1830 in Magelang, Central Java, then arrested and exiled to Manado and Makassar. Various resistance to the Dutch East Indies government continued and flared non-stop: the Padamora resistance of 1817, the resistance of Prince Antasari from Banjar 1859, Tuku Umar, Sizing Gamarani and others.